Welcome back to the series How AI Changes the CISSP Without Changing the CISSP. And today we're focusing on Domain 3, Security Architecture and Engineering. This domain is all about how we design secure systems from the beginning, from the very start. It's about building the architecture of a system in the correct way. It's about including things like confidentiality and integrity from day one, building it into the system, not just bolting it later. Another part of this domain is focused on cryptography. I know a lot of people struggle with cryptography. For those who want, I have inside Cybermania a full mini course explaining cryptography. I call it Cryptography Simplified, super simple, but that is another conversation. Now, in Domain 3, we have, in simple words, this is how we design a system to be secured by design. This is how we integrate cryptography to maintain that confidentiality, to maintain that integrity, to maintain the trust that we need in a system. AI shows here because it can accelerate some attack methods, but in the core, it's still a very strong design capability that we have. It changes how we do architecture because we design systems that are going to process huge amounts of data like never before. They will have new outputs. They will have to protect new outputs that is coming from different places. And that output can be, of course, manipulated. And in cryptography, AI does not change cryptography yet, but it can change attack vectors on cryptographic systems. So we still have to be very much aware of it. IC2 points out specifically things like securing the AI environment, having shared responsibility for cloud AI systems, including high-performance AI computing systems. We have to protect them, and of course, adversarial attack vectors. In the real world, as we already discussed in previous sessions, AI creates huge amounts of new data, and we have to A, validate it, and B, protect it. This changes the way we do things. The question here becomes, when it comes to AI in this domain, it comes to how we preserve the confidentiality when the model has access to a lot of sensitive information. So how do we maintain that confidentiality, maintaining how the data flows between different systems in the organization and also working externally with other organizations, with cloud providers, with model providers, etc. It also comes to a question about integrity. How do we trust the model? How are we making sure that the model was trained in a way that we can trust, that no one has manipulated it? Going back to a lot of things that we already mentioned in Domain 2 around domain bias, model bias, inaccuracies, etc. In the exam, IC2 is again not expecting you to become AI engineers, but they are asking you to think about how AI impacts things like the design of a system and how do we maintain security throughout these changes. Are we maintaining control over the inputs and the outputs? Can we validate behavior? And who owns which part of the security process? Now let's see what a question in the exam can look like. An organization is concerned that attackers are using AI-enabled tools to accelerate brute force attacks against employee credentials and encrypt data. Which of the following is the best architectural response? The answer here is C. Use strong cryptographic algorithms, long keys, and resilient authentication controls. AI in Domain 3 is not about replacing known cryptographic principles or architectural design models. It's about enhancing them. It's about thinking how to do it even in a stronger, more structured way that is going to be suitable to address these new AI threats. In the next session, we're going to talk about how AI influences networking and communication. So don't forget to subscribe. And if you want even more cybersecurity tips and tricks and thinking about your future career, and of course, CISSP related materials, including summaries, flashcards, monthly masterclasses, and so much more, go to Cybermania and join it for free. Details in the description below.